Hello builders, Yayele-Baaku here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a hub of consistent value and inspiration that will 10x your life and anything you are building. Today I want us to talk also about an interesting topic, and that has to do with data. Background story is that I was doing a research with my PA. She doubles up as my research assistant and on my upcoming book. The book title is Magnify Principal Secrets for Building Anything. In the course of our research, we got to a particular chapter that we were doing a basic research on data, and we chanced on how Apple as a company is able to augment their processes, bring out new ideas and new innovations. And it was amazing for me to know that every single interaction on an Apple phone counts for the Apple company. Every single interaction, whether it's just a touch, whether it's just a call, whether it's just anything at all on an Apple phone, is a value for the company. And this brought me to the topic of data, understanding data and how it plays in a business growth. In our part of the world, I've come to learn that a lot of people start out not valuing data. So when you meet any startup, young entrepreneurs, zealous and want to build something meaningful, something that can change the world, and you ask them, what was your customers last month? What was any other thing? All of this information, you realize that they don't have it. The majority of my startup events have realized that data is low in our system. I just didn't understand. How do you make decisions if you don't have data? How do you make driving decisions? How do you make crucial decisions in your business if you don't have data? And I was speaking particularly to young entrepreneurs and people that are starting out in this journey. Last month, how many people bought from you? How many were males? How many were females? What is their consumer pathing? We start out and we look at these huge organizations to do that, and we forget that the only bedrock on which we can thrive is when we are able to lay hold of this information. Information is a catalyst. When you lay hold on information, what you will do can help transform your business. So I want to speak to you in your business journey. Prioritize collecting data. There are so many tools and systems that you can use to build, but it is so important as a young entrepreneur that is starting. Collect data, value data, because decision making, big decision, groundbreaking decisions will only be made on the premise of data. If you are not having data that you are working with, it means you are basing everything on assumption. How do you know that you have to produce? You're a fashion designer, let's say, and then last month you realize that you have sold close to, let's say, $50,000 US, $30,000 US, and then I approach you as a business consultant and I'm like, okay, let's look at your demographics. How many males? How many females? How many young people? How many what? And you can't produce that. Now, how then do we scale the business? How do we know what to focus on and know what is working? Data. And if you look at these thriving companies, Google, Apple, Nike, data collection is key for them. Which customer is buying? Where are they from? How are they interacting with our products? And that is how can they make groundbreaking decisions. So I want to encourage you as a builder that in this process of building, one of the most important things that you have to prioritize at the early stage is don't wait till you grow. That is the mistake a lot of us do. We want to grow the business to a point, then now we can start making data decisions. No. Right at the start, start making data decisions. If there is nothing, you can build an Excel sheet, put customers, names, locations, contact, emails. You see, even for the system of feedback and follow-up, there are people who just sell that they don't have system to even track just feedback and follow-up. If you're not getting feedback on the product you have built, like for instance, you're a fashion designer, like we said, there is no feedback on the product you have built. You have built, let's say, a wedding dress, nice wedding dress, and then you have sent it to a customer. The customer have used it. There is no feedback. You have not called the customer because there is no contact collection. You have not called the customer to know, okay, how did it go? How did it fit? What recommendation can you give? Feedback, most of the time, customers that are satisfied will recommend. And if you have this data put together, you come to a point where you know that you'll be building an excellent business. There is a difference between mediocrity, and the people that perform excellently. The people that you are watching, that you admire, there is something they are doing that you have no idea in. I say information is a catalyst. So going forward, as a young entrepreneur starting out, I want you to prioritize data, even for business ideas. There are a lot of people who go out in an idea and they don't collect any data to see, is there a market for it? Will people purchase this? What do I do in terms of innovation? Is it a good product market fit? All of these things we don't consider them, and we launch out the idea 2 months, 2 days, the idea fails and we are downhearted. It's because you don't actually have data on it. I want to encourage you in your business, whether you are augmenting your business process, where I call it the build stage. If you are at the build stage, you are at the thriving stage, or you are at the creating stage, what you have to do is prioritize data. It is going to be a catalyst. It is going to be a major support system that will help your business decisions. There is where you want to go. I want to go where you want to go with you. And I want you to know that data is key in every business you are building. Cheers, guys, and enjoy. Let's have Baaku. Bye-bye.